We're going somewhere else. This is continental breakfast.
You're filming or taking demo?
Welcome back to the AT. My name's Nichols, 2024 thru hiker and certified hiker trash. This year, I'm hiking from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. These next 46 days will be filled with sunshine and storms, vistas and wildlife, and endless memories. With big miles and solo solitude ahead, join me on the trail with a capital T. Got bean bags in the bed of the truck. You know what that means. That was fun. Only do it in the summer though. That was very cold with all the wind. Man, that's been a bucket list thing for a while. I kind of got one last year. You know those campers that sit in the bed of a pickup truck? I got a hitch inside one of them going to Shaw's last year. But this is the first time getting a ride in the bed of a truck, which is pretty cool. He had beanbags there, so it was nice to sit on, but it was cold with the wind. Working my way up Wyatt Bald right now. I'm almost at the top. I've been seeing the tower just up ahead for a little bit now. Goal for today is as close as I can get to Wyatt Bald or 745, whichever comes first. Not sure how the climb out of the NOC is going to be at the end of the day after 20 miles, so we'll see. I know there's some campsites on the way up in case I don't make it, and there's a shelter there also. That was a nice view up at Wyatt Tower. There were some other people up there, firefighters from Colorado, actually. So it was pretty cool chatting with them for a bit. Just leaving the Wyatt Bald shelter now, and got some information from Ragnar, who thru hiked last year. He was going to thru hike the Smokies recently, but had to bail a couple days ago because there seems to have been a hiker at Russell Field Shelter with noro symptoms, and that is not something you want to mess around with at all. That is a nasty virus. It'll take you off trail for at least a couple days, and it can be pretty difficult to recover. So I will not be staying at or near any shelter, at least up until that point. Probably, I should say this, probably stealth camping through the Smokies. Not supposed to do that, but I don't know. If you're at a shelter and you know there's noro there, like, why would you do that? That seems miserable. So we'll see if I hear any more information. I'll be letting the hikers that I passed today know what to look out for. That news of the norovirus is also it's factoring into my plans after the Smokies. I had wanted to stay at Standing Bear because I only popped in for a quick pizza last time. but that's where a lot of hikers congregate, and it's right after the Smokies. So if norovirus is incubating in the Smokies, it's going to present itself at Standing Bear. So unfortunately, it seems like I'll have to skip Standing Bear this time around. Northbound bubble, that's how it goes. Been on a really nice cruisy stretch of trail right now. Not too much elevation, and if there is elevation, there's a bunch of switchbacks. It's been really nice. Feels good to rest the climbing muscles a little bit. Get them prepared for later tonight. I've been thinking more about my plan for after the Smokies, since I've just eliminated Standing Bear. I know there's Elmer's Sunnybank Inn that's in Hot Springs. I think they have a pretty good through hiker rate, so I might start looking at that and trying to line up the mileage. Okay, I just had to show this really quick. So this is Wyatt Bald, and look what's over here. Albert Mountain. That's the 100-mile mark with the fire tower. That's so cool. You can see it from all the way over here. Short spur off the AT here. That's a lot of the Smokies to the left there. And then Klingman's Dome is somewhere over there, but it is blocked by the trees there. Just so many 6,000 foot peaks are visible here. Scrolling through Peak Finder. This right here is how you side quest. This Blue Blaze was up to Rocky Knob or Rocky Top, something like that. So I went up to the top, super short spur trail, and had a pack of tuna up there to get some protein in me. But it's this really cool slabby climb up to the top here, hence the name Rocky. But out in the distance there is Wyatt Bald. Have one more climb, I think, until the descent into the Knock. About 9.5 miles or so. So I might check in one more time before getting down to the Knock. Probably at the Wyatt Tower. Wyatt Bald Tower. Fontana Lake, the Smokies. Some wildfires going on over there. How windy it is. There's Wyatt Bald. Which means that is the climb into the Knock. Up from the Knock. I have begun the descent into the Knock. It's about 3,200 feet of descent, pretty much in one push. There's a short 400-foot climb right after the shelter up here. For the most part, it's a straight shot downhill. And I'm curious to see how my legs take it. I think they'll be able to handle all that energy. And if they don't, there's a shelter almost at the bottom. And I'll just post up there for the night. But hoping to make it down to the knock before the general sort of closes. They close at 7. It is a little after 3:30 right now. Like 6 miles, so I should be good. I have a couple things to pick up there that just didn't have a chance to in Franklin. The resupply yesterday was pretty rushed, which is all right. I don't want to keep the other hikers waiting, but hopefully the store's open when I get there. This is the top of the descent into the knock. It's just a backdrop of Smokies there. Over there is the climb up out of the knock. And the highest point there is Wyatt Bald, which will be first thing tomorrow morning. I don't think there'll be a view there because it's supposed to be rainy tonight and into tomorrow. Ouch, that hurt. I needed this. And apparently the restaurant is open, so I'm gonna go get a burger. And then I'm gonna tackle the climb. At least part of it. Oh, I got the knock behind me. I had a massive burger and I think 20 ounce beer. It was more than a pint. And fries, some of which are packed out because I couldn't finish them. I have to go uphill like a mile now. It was a good burger. Nichols here. I'm the red light. Found a nice tent spot right on a forest road here. Expecting a little bit of rain tonight. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. Really hope it actually cools down tomorrow because it was in the mid to upper 70s today, which is getting on the upper end of what Nichols likes. But knocked off a good 800 feet of the ascent up to Wyatt Bald today, coming out of the knock. So it'll make tomorrow a little bit easier. Felt really good to sit down for a little bit at the knock. I did not do enough of that today. So tomorrow I'll try and make an effort to sit down more. But that'll be all for today. See ya.